Hey everybody, I'm okay, and this is Starfield, because the weather outside is absolutely atrocious. It is like all kinds of wind and thunder and lightning and rain. Yes, it is actually raining off and on, and yeah, I'm not going outside in that. Otherwise, this would be a cigar review. Anyway, I decided to start modding Starfield quite a bit, and I made an absolute nightmarish behemoth of a ship. And I'm going to show you a little walkthrough of it. But I've kind of noticed something about myself. I noticed that I've done this in Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, I've done this in Starfield, I've done this in Cyberpunk. If there is a video game with guns in it, I will have a Desert Eagle. Why? Because in reality, they're like 1,800 bucks. I swear though, before I die, I will have one of my very own. Anyway, let's go ahead and hop into the shipbuilder real quick and take a quick overview. This is one of my problems. I have a bad habit of building basically multi-tiered flying pizza boxes. But I'm using several different mods for different habs, and two of the big ones that I'm using that actually make this even remotely work. I'm using Place Doors Yourself, and I swear this needs to not be a mod. This needs to be like standard in the shipbuilder. Placing doors, trying to play musical habs around, not getting obnoxious, ludicrously dangerous ladders everywhere. Absolutely nightmarish. This thing, just being able to place a door wherever you want. That's the chef's kiss right there. Let's see, I've also got multiple reactors, because there's really no reason why a ship would have to juggle pips between power and various different systems. You should have everything powered up. So obviously one way you can get around that is use a mod reactor that has like stupid amounts of power, or just mod it so you can place more than one reactor. I mean, you go into a catamaran, you've got 2 engines. Get an Explorer yacht, you have multiple engines. Sometimes it's for more power, sometimes it's just for simple redundancy. But I've got various different halves from Darkstar, Altix, Stroud Premium. You can find most of these on Nexus or Creation Club. So anyway, dry mouth. Let's go ahead and hop inside and take a look. Now, I decided I wanted to design this specifically with the interior space in mind, with the expressed focus on 0 ladders. So I know what you're thinking. You have a 3-deck ship. How do you get by with that without a ladder? I will show you.
That was fun. Now what?
Okay, so obviously I changed the color a little bit. So we have to have every door closed, and there's a lot of them. Right as you come in, we have crew bathroom. And I had a different one in here, but I had to switch it to this one because, 1, there's 2 toilets, and 2, yeah, the last thing we want to do is walk in and see Barrett just no door, parked on the can, filling up the fertilizer tank. But now we've got a nice big hallway. This is a part of the Stroud Premium, so it has these nice plants. We have an infirmary here, because we actually have a ship doctor. So we basically have our own little doctor's office, complete with all the little medical goodies, research, and morgue. But we also have specifically a room back here for our ship's doctor. Now, one of the things you'll notice about this room, yeah, it's got medical books, it's got, computer. There's no toilet. There's no head in here. This is the reason why I went ahead and put a crew crapper over here. Because in case the doctor all of a sudden one day has one of Barrett's burritos, he has to make a mad dash before getting Chicos all over the place. Well, she doesn't have to go through multiple decks to do it. Now this here is just for sheer utility. This is the command center, and yeah, this is basically just adds crew slots. It looks neat though. Right here, though, this... I love this. This is a full-on vehicle bay. And it has laundry. You got a half dozen people on board. You kind of need to have some ability to do laundry. Okay, this is the armory. And, okay, good. All the stuff is still in here. Alright, that's good. I see. I don't think this is part of the Strad Premium. This is... Nope, not Plant Strad Premium. Okay. This one is, I think, Owltech. We also have our little storage bay back here. And this is cool because this one actually has functional storage. Yes, this one's from Owltech. Okay. Now, the whole reason why it's designed like this, basically, I'm kind of working on like a Mass Effect thing. If you notice when you play Mass Effect 2 and 3, in Mass Effect 2, the Normandy has the armory on the port side of the ship. I'm not going to call it a nacelle, but it's basically there's... The Normandy is set up in 3 sections. There's the main fuselage and there's the 2 wings off to the side. The port side wing has the armory, where Jacob hangs out. Well, that kind of poses a little bit of a problem because you have to go from the armory with loaded weapons and you have to take them throughout the entire ship because the door is at the front of the nose. So this is a little bit of a safety hazard, you know. It's like, it makes a little bit more sense to have your armory next to either your vehicle base, so you just lock and load, hop in and just buggy on down the road, or just have a short walk down a relatively empty hallway, and then out the front door. And now we come to the best piece of the ship, and the reason why we have no ladders, we have an elevator. Now this is, I think, part of the Strad Premium, and alternatively you can replace this with a stairwell. Now, second deck, this is crew only. And I have this designed this way, so that way, seeing as how you can take passengers in the game, well, this way you can either let them know, the passengers know, do not come in here, because you will get shot. But we have this long hallway, and this is one of the things that kind of stuck out with me. Some of the banter between Samco and his daughter Cora. You will hear Sam talking about Cora keeping her room clean. I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. Cora doesn't have a room. At least on the ship. And it's like, okay, so she has a room at the lodge down in the basement. But here's the thing. Another dialogue. When Cora asks for a pet, Sam points out that they live on a starship. I'm like, huh. Okay, so Cora has a room, but they live on a starship. Let's fix this. Cora's room. Complete with their cute little pink slippers and a full library of all kinds of nonsensical bullshit to read. And directly across the way... Oh. Crew lounge. Hey! Had a previous configuration stick in my head. Okay, here's Sam's room. Across the way, maybe not directly across the way. Okay, Sarah's room. Andrea's room, complete with creepy doo-doo snake statues. Over here we have Barrett's room, including his signature busted-ass helmet. Why he does not get rid of that, I have no idea. Okay, now, this is really cool. This is a modified version of the Cabot Bridge from Nova Galactic. This one uses a different instrument panel, and if you saw on the underside of the actual fuselage, on the underside of the hull, there was a thing poking through. That's because of this thing. This technically does not actually fit, but Mod Author did a pretty decent job of squeezing it in, and honestly, if you kind of ignore it, seeing as how you're usually going to be behind the wheel instead of looking at the hull, it's not bad. But this one also has its own private armory and mini brig. come upstairs and we find another long-ass hallway. And this is the more commercial area. So come all the way back here. We have the other side of our elevator. Well, the last floor of the elevator. But over here we have a little passenger area with, you know, a place where they can sit. Actually has, believe it or not, a fireplace on a spaceship. Yeah, there's nothing that could possibly go wrong with that, right? As you see, there's seating areas, place to work out, get snacks, drinks, play pool, hang out, chat. This is basically the passenger lounge. Oh yeah, I'm out of Cora.
Installing new cool things in your ship. It's like Christmas every day.
Okay, real quick, can we just point out that Vanilla Cora does not look like either of her parents? This Cora, Teen Cora, actually looks like she could, in fact, be Sam's daughter. So this is actually an aquarium. I have yet to figure out if there's like supposed to be fish you can buy somewhere, or if you have to take them from somewhere. Anyway, this is just the connecting way. Looks cool, but this comes to this bad boy. We have a restaurant on board.
Hello, Captain.
And yes, the Adoring Fan is here.
I love coffee. It's my second favorite thing in the galaxy, next to reading about you.
Right, here's our
Systems looking good, boss.
yeah, here's our doctor. Okay, so we also have a sunroof. With a massive weapons strut sticking over the top of it. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to
All is
replace
well,
that.
Captain, all things considered.
Yeah, we have our full kitchen setup, stock fridge, and this one comes complete with functional hydroponics. The whole RP here is that basically everything served to customers we grow organically on the ship. So, you know, everything is safe, clean, healthy, and not going to end up causing a weird skin rash.
Whenever I'm lost, I think, what would you do in my shoes? Not literally, though. I've got small feet.
And again, we have another fireplace up here. I will say this, if you're actually going to fly, do not leave those on because it makes for a very, very weird cinematic because you got like smoke trails. I was going to note how the Adoring Fan voice, you know that after 20 years, that guy was definitely not planning on bringing that voice back out of the mothballs. I almost forgot, since I mentioned the aquarium, I forgot to mention the captain's quarters. Apparently this one also plays music. Yeah, musical terminal. We are not going to be doing that because I do not like copyright strikes. Okay, so. Very comfortable, very cozy. Bah! Random Sarah attack. Yeah, I got full couch, entertainment center. Don't worry, there's like a PlayStation and an Xbox somewhere stashed around here. And here's something really cool. Yeah. Built-in aquarium with fish. And a shipwreck. Yeah, very nicely decorated. Has a fireplace. I don't know if that actually turns on or not. We've already got two. I don't know if I want to try to push my luck with three. But anyway, full kitchen setup, very homey, very, very cozy. I am constantly impressed by what modders can add to not just this game, but like Fallout and Skyrim. And I'm just waiting to see what they put into Oblivion Remastered. That's going to be absolutely bonkers. But anyway, this is my humble abode in the stars. And yes, I'm trying to wrangle myself in and make a smaller ship. Because really, this thing it almost doesn't fit on the landing pad. I mean, I love this elevator. This needs to be vanilla.
Keep an eye out for hostile landforms.
Good day, Captain.
Yeah, if you're even remotely familiar with Bethesda modding, one of the names that is going to pop up is Eleonora. Eleonora has started posting various. She has a Crimson Fleet mod now on Creation Club. It is a paid mod, but there was a reason for that. There's a little bit of a thing with Eleonora where she took all of her stuff off of the Nexus, and the reason for that was apparently there's some guy going around ripping off all of her stuff and posting it, basically plagiarizing the shit out of it and stealing her mods. So she decided to go completely off the Nexus and is now back on Creation. So, kind of cool that she's back. Eleonora is responsible for some of the most detailed, ornate homes in Skyrim and Fallout 4. Yeah, I say I'm looking to wrangle in my ships. Meanwhile, I have this monstrosity. I'm still trying to figure out how to actually get this thing to function correctly. Yeah, got a couple of loose doors. Anyway, once I figure out how to wrangle this thing, that'll probably end up being my next bad weather video. I'm kind of glad I could put the cockpit up on, like, a one deck up. Because, man, this thing is gigantic. And the funny thing is, I'm looking at it and thinking, I can make it bigger. It's probably a bad idea, but I love the shipbuilding in this game. The shipbuilding, the weapon mods, all of it. Yeah, I think I've got over 1,000 hours so far, and that's because I do play other games, but oh boy. Guaranteed like 90% is just tweaking shit. Okay, anyway, that's pretty much all I got for this one. Like I said, if I manage to wrangle in that big, huge friggin' vehicle thing, that may end up being the next bad weather video. Here you can see the instrument panel kind of doesn't really fit. So if you ignore that, it's actually kind of nice. Anywho, I'm wrapping this up and get out of here. So yeah, if you like this video or any other video, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if you play Starfield or games at all. Other than that, that is pretty much all I got. I hate seeing that freaking laser over there because it makes me think I got a video glitch. Scary system laser. Okay, beyond that, that's all I got for this one. I will see you all next time.